In this segment, we're going to cover point guards playing off the ball. And when I'm talking about off the ball play, I'm talking about with offenses evolving these days, they have multiple ball handlers. You can't have the ball in your hands at all times as a point guard. You got to be able to give it up, move without the ball, either cut, occupy another defender so someone else can make a drive, cut off the ball, be able to penetrate, kick, respace, get it back for either pull-up jump shot on a catch and shoot or a catch and drive. But passing the ball, setting a screen on the ball as a point guard. There's a lot of things that you can do to sort of not have the ball in your hands all the time. It just evolves you as a player. You get better by not having the ball in your hands all the time. So let's dive in real quick. We're going to dive in with Ben Simmons. Now, Ben's a player who's got great size. Obviously, he's got the ball in his hands a lot, but he can do a lot with cutting. We'll see what happens. Respace, good passes, respaces. Again, look at where the defense is, and look at when he passes the ball, look where the defense sort of has their eyes on. Good. Everyone's just focused on the ball. So when you see that and you're off the ball, you got to think like a wing player. When a wing player is spaced out, on the floor and everyone's not looking at him, it's an automatic cut. Cut behind the defense. Good. Pass, screen on the ball. Not much of a screen, but passes again. It's going to set another screen. Roll in the space. And you get size as a guard. Obviously, you're not going to be able to do that all the time, but if you got some size and you got some strength, just screen the ball and just roll into a space. Good. Penetrate, kick, occupy space. Everybody's fixated where. All right. After you pass the ball, no one's really worrying about you anymore. So now on that second drive, look where the eyes are. Everybody's eyes, of course. So just occupy some space right there. Transition, pass, respace, cut behind the defense. Obviously, now look. Not bad, but there's a gap right in the middle there. All right, no one's really occupying it. No one's really looking to bump. That's Tatum's bump, but he gets there late, too late, and they're able to score. Now, Chris Paul, a lot of his stuff off the ball, he does a lot of jabbing. He'll pass the ball, respace, catch it, jab, shoot. He'll cut. He'll catch it he'll respace, catch it, and drive it again. So he's pretty good off the ball. Good. Pick and roll, gets in the paint, respaces, jabs them off, jump shot. Not bad. Again, get in the paint. This is something that all point guards should do. Get in the paint, pass, respace, jab off, shot. Two on the ball, gives it. Good, just spaces out in the corner. Patience. Straight line drive. Real simple. It doesn't really complicate things at all. Knows how to play with space, knows how to be patient. Pass, respace, catch and shoot. We're going to talk about Jamal Murray. With Murray, he's such a good cutter. Now he's got good passers on his team as well with Jokic and Plumlee's a good passer, but his ability to cut and make it easy on his offense is just playing without the ball. He does such a good job, and we're going to take a look at it now. Sets his man up, cuts to the basket. See again, sort of walks his man up and then back cut. Always take him away. Every time you make a pass, always be able to cut to the basket. Now, it helps to have Jokic in your team, but once the pass is made, that's all you need. Once that pass, that's all you need. That little shift by the defense, Straight line cut. Pass, just cut. Now helped by the screen, but movement. Just keep moving. Just keep moving. Good things are going to happen. Basket cut. Good spacing. He does such a good job with setting his man up first. Going towards the basketball and then back cut. Great pass by Jokic as well. I think you should be able to watch this closely about setting players up on back cuts, going towards the ball on the DHO, getting Mitchell to bite, and then back cut. Great pass. All right, so now we're going to take a look at Jrue Holiday. Jrue is another guy who just keeps moving. Just keep moving. Especially when the ball was past the high post like this or the top of the key area. Just keep moving. Nice tight cut. Layup. Good pass of the ball. Cut right behind the defense. Just keep moving. Good things are going to happen. See where the defense is looking at. All right? Off the ball. Look at Simmons. Not even looking. Anytime a player disrespects you like that, it's automatic back cut. Cut right behind the D. Pass. Coming off. Cut. It's tough when you move like that. It's tough to defend. Now taking a look at Lonzo Ball. Lonzo's a good, much. Look ahead, just respace to the three. And he could drive it, he could pass it. There's a lot he can do. Just stays spaced behind the three, stays patient, waits for his shot. And now we're going to take a look at Russell Westbrook. Obviously, with James Harden, who handles the ball a lot, Westbrook sees himself not having the ball as much that he's used to in the past. But again, good cutter, good straight line driver, catch and shoot. He's got a lot on the off the ball that he can use, a lot of weapons that he could use. Right behind, straight line drive. He obviously gets to the rim. He could Euro step. He uses his body really well. He's good at those cut before the ball reaches his hand. And he's already a step ahead going to the basket. Those are great cuts to make. Good. Just catch and shoot. Just space the floor. And look at that. I mean, he could have cut to the basket right there as well. Look at where everybody's fixated on. All right. Catch and shoot. Now we're going to look at Steph Curry. Steph is great at giving the ball up early in a possession and just continues to move from side to side on the court, open threes, dribble handoffs. He just never stops moving. Good. Dribble kick, respace, corner three. I mean, he gets that off real quick, but it's not obviously the great shooting that's, it's great to watch, but just look at the movement. Just never stops moving. Ball never, he just never stops. He's tough to guard, man. Gives it up, respace, catch and shoot. Just doesn't waste any movement, doesn't waste any time. Just cuts, from one side of the court to another, comes back to the ball, drives it again, kick, respace. That's a tough thing to defend. I mean, that's tough for any defense to handle. I think with the position evolving like it is with the point guard position, you play on the ball, you play off the ball. You just sort of got to figure things out. But you got to, as you saw on the tape, being able to just pass the ball when you get in the paint, re-space to a catch and shoot or another cut or another drive. You got to do things by just not having the ball in your hands at all times isn't the only option. You got to get better. You got to continue to help your team and being able to move without the ball and cut to open spaces and set screens and things of that nature will really help your team and help yourself. So watch the tape, watch how they do that, rewind it, take notes on it. Those are things that you could really help your game. I really appreciate your time. Hopefully this brought you some value, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.